creationists are at it again, filing takedown requests and getting people suspended. This time it's ExtentDodo. I suspect that it was the Discovery Institute that had him suspended, because he'd been relatively recently criticizing their work. I believe that all of ExtentDodo's videos fall under fair use for what he pulled out of the Discovery Institute's work. This particular video, I intend to go over what fair use is and why it should apply to ExtentDodo's work. Anyway, I have over here some stuff about copyright law in the United States and how fair use is related to it. This is a quote from the Copyright Act of 1976. Notwithstanding the provisions and of sections and the fair use of a copyrighted work, including such use by reproduction in copies or phonorecords or by any other means specified by that section, for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, including multiple copies for classroom use, scholarship, or research, is not an infringement of copyright. In determining whether the use made of a work in any particular case is a fair use, the factors to be considered shall include the purpose and character of the use, including whether such use is of a commercial nature or is for non-profit educational purposes, the nature of the copyrighted work, the amount and substantiality of the portion used in relation to the copyrighted work as a whole, and the fact that the effect of the use upon the potential market for or value of the copyrighted work. These 4 factors codified into law in the Copyright Act are derived from a legal case, the case Folsom versus March, 9F Cas 342, 1841, in which the defendant had copied 353 pages from the plaintiff's 12-volume biography of George Washington in order to produce a separate 2-volume work of his own. The court rejected the defendant's fair use defense with the following explanation. A reviewer may fairly cite largely from the original work if his design be really and truly the use of the passages for the purposes of fair and reasonable criticism. On the other hand, it is clear that if he thus cites the most important parts of the work with a view not to criticize, but to supersede the use of the original work, and to substitute the review for it, such use will be determined in law piracy. In short, we must often look to the nature and objects of the selections made, the quantity and value of the materials used, and the degree in which the use may prejudice the sale or diminish the profits or supersede the objects of the original work. Well, in the case of ExtentDodo, basically all of his work was about comment and criticism of the Discovery Institute's work. He copied only small amounts of the Discovery Institute's work in order to properly criticize it. As far as the other tests go, he was not making any money on it. It was clearly for educational purposes, to educate the public about the Discovery Institute's work, to comment on and criticize the Discovery Institute's work. And the amount that he copied should have basically no effect whatsoever on the ability of the Discovery Institute to sell their product, which for the most part they actually don't do. They're not interested in selling. They're interested in convincing the general public of the rightness of their arguments, which is why they don't like ExtentDodo, because he pretty well showed that they're full of hot air and have no value in their arguments. Anyway, I think it's clear that what ExtentDodo was up to was fair use of the Discovery Institute's materials. I'd like to end this video off by urging people to contact YouTube and ask for ExtentDodo to be reinstated. If anybody actually knows ExtentDodo and can get him a message, I hope that he is himself filing a fair use counterclaim on his stuff, and that possibly he can end up reinstated, like a number of the other people who have been falsely taken down have gotten reinstated recently. Go get them, guys. We really need to protect our free speech and fair use rights, or there won't be a whole lot of us left.